Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Namra and I work at Institute of Emerging Careers. And today we bring you another IEC webinar session. But this time around, we have asked two of our cohort 8 graduates to join us ताकि वो अपनी जो IEC के साथ जो journey है, what they have experienced, कैसे उन्होंने यहाँ पे पढ़ा, and what they're doing right now after graduation, so they can share their entire story with us. And now I will ask them to introduce you. अपना सा brief introduction बता दें. I will start with you, Nayab.
Thank you for having me today, Namra. By profession, I am urban planner, registered with Government of Pakistan. I got graduated in 2018 with a degree of city and regional planning. Since when I was working in urban planning, and recently I joined IEC and get into it.
Okay. And what about you, Hassan?
Yeah, I'm Hassan Moeed. Basically a software engineer intern right now at Moeed. And I've been a graduate for like 6 months. And the journey at my IEC, it was really overwhelming. And I think I feel honored and privileged to be here as a guest. And now I'm here to basically address the attendees. So that's quite a fantastic journey so far.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. So what we'll be doing is I will go through one by one with the questions, and if it's okay with you, Nayab, I will ask you a couple of
Yeah,
like
sure.
questions you can answer about your journey, and then I'll move towards you, Hassan. So basically, how did you came to know about IEC? आपको कैसे पता चला? And what were the factors that influenced you to join IEC?
Okay. As I was working, as I already told, I was working in urban planning field. I recently, with the rise of AI and new technology, I realized I'm way behind on it as the world evolves around technology. So I started looking into opportunities. Then one of my colleagues referred me to ISC, and I look into it. I was drawn by the dynamic approach because I'm from a non-tech background, so it really helped me. And therefore, I joined ISC.
ठीक है. And which course, if you can specify, आपने if you can let the audience know, आपने किस course में जो है वो join किया था?
Yeah, I was enrolled in Python development course.
ठीक है. And was there like any specific skills थी या career goals that you wanted to achieve through joining this program with IEC?
Yeah, I've Python is already well reputed as a beginner friendly as किसी भी न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी पे जाते हो सबसे पहले जो चीज़ होती है वो पाइथन ही आपको आनी चाहिए सो आई वाज मोर
Can you
इनटू
hear
इट
me?
देयरफॉर आई जॉइंड पाइथन डेवलपमेंट कोर्स कैन यू हियर मी
Yeah,
हेलो
yeah,
कैन
of
यू
course.
हियर
So
मी
sorry, there was a small glitch.
कैन यू हियर मी नम्रा
Yes, I can hear you.
okay great so I was enrolled in Python development my aim was to blend technology with urban planning and that's how I got into it.
Okay, all right. और if you can share like what was the learning journey like जो आपने course जो आपको complete किया था, were you able to achieve what you wanted to learn जो आपका मकसद था? Is that something that you were able to like complete?
I can hear you properly. Your voice is breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can you please repeat again? Your voice is
Okay,
breaking.
it's no problem. I can repeat myself. It's okay. मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रही थी कि was there like आपकी जो सा learning journey कैसी थी with IEC when you did the course and the skills that you wanted to learn जो आप achieve करना चाह रही थी, were you able to do that?
Absolutely. I was able to do that. At the start, it was quite challenging for me because I have an experience in it. But with the passage of time and with the support of our instructor and tech assistant, it was really helpful. They helped a lot. In the resources that we were provided were well structured and they were great.
Hmm.
So it really helped us learn a lot.
And was there like any specific memory or like challenges that you faced that you still remember from your time with IEC?
Yeah, at the beginning I felt like I'm encountering an alien language as I was not aware of it what is happening and the honestly speaking motivation was really hard to come by but with the passage of time
Hmm.
and the constant support of our instructor and teaching assistant everything gets better and starting falling into a place so here I come.
Okay, that's good to hear. And what about your professional development? Like, how did IEC help you in that regard?
when I started IC, I was not professional. I was not have a LinkedIn profile. They started making our getting better into our LinkedIn, and they built in our portfolio. We have a separate now we have a separate tech resume, which now we can explore more opportunities. That was really helpful. We have gone professionally a lot.
Okay. And what are you currently working on right now after graduating from IEC?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
ओके सो मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रही थी कि आईसी से ग्रेजुएट करने के बाद व्हाट आर यू लाइक करंटली डूइंग इन लाइक योर प्रोफेशनल फील्ड इन योर करियर एंड डिड द कोर्स जो आपने आईसी के साथ कोर्स किया था डिड इट हेल्प यू आउट इन योर फ्यूचर करियर एस्पिरेशंस
Yes, I'm currently looking into more opportunities. I just recently had an interview with with one company as a Python developer positions. I cleared the first round HR interview. Let's looking forward to that more technical interview part. So really exciting. No new opportunities are coming by.
चलें आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट एंड द लक कि आपको जो है वो यू पास ऑल द राउंड्स एंड यू गेट द जॉब दैट you really want. So thank you so much for sharing
Thank you so much.
little tidbits about your journey with IEC, and I'll come back to you with some of the other questions at the end. But now I would like to move towards Hassan.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Hassan, if you can kindly let me know कि आपको IEC के बारे में पहली दफा कैसे पता चला था? How did you came to know about us?
Yeah. So IEC basically, one day I was just scrolling the Facebook, and I was in the journey to basically explore options. So I think that IEC orientation session, it was an initial session that I took. It was really inspiring, and the way it was being conducted, the way the attendees were engaged. So that was I think, the pivot point for me to basically go for IEC initially. And I think one more thing was that the background check I made for the courses that were being offered, that really helped me to basically make up my decision to go for IC.
Hmm. So it was the orientation which we kind of call introduction to IEC session that really solidified your decision कि आप IEC को जो है वो join करना चाह रहे थे.
Definitely.
So before that आपको कोई मतलब जैसे आपने कहा कि आपने background check किया था courses में like आपको कोई hesitation थी like कि what IEC will be like कि is it legitimate something like that आपको कोई concerns थे before?
No, I don't think there was any, because Sir Umair, he was the presenter at that day, and he basically belonged to NUST. He had his PhD from NUST. So that
Mhm.
really added up to my decision, because it was really a renowned organization and people coming from there. So it was really, a very healthy thing to go on for.
ठीक है and if you can kindly share कि आपने IEC के साथ कौन सा specific course किया था and what was the reason that you wanted to do this course?
Okay, so I chose back-end web development mainly for a reason, because later in my career I wanted to be a cloud engineer one day. So in order to see through all the process, I needed to nosedive into such a course that had like a very broad spectrum. If I talk about the development in the software engineering world, so that particularly was my decision to go for backend development, because it had all the necessities required to be a cloud engineer one day.
Perfect. And like जो आपने course select किया like were you able to achieve like the skills and the like everything that you wanted to learn through IEC like जो आप सीखना चाह रहे थे what your purpose was?
Yeah, I think very much, because I wanted to be, I wanted to come out as a successful person in whatever the skill I have honed during all this tenure, and successfully I accomplished that. So yeah, it was all in all a good experience.
So that's very good to hear. And what about your learning journey overall with IEC? Like जो आपने 5-6 months का course किया, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I think starting from the day first in June, at the end of June, I think it was quite an overwhelming experience as we
Hmm.
progressed into our journey, like the professional development classes and the weekly sessions, all the tech sessions and the TA sessions. It was quite overwhelming, but yet it was so fruitful because
mm,
at the mid stage when we had our portfolio projects and other milestones that came by. So I could reflect back on my journey and see that yeah, I'm going on the right path, and certainly I'm getting there. So it was quite nice.
That's really good to hear. And this is something I would like to ask like both of you and your opinion on this. इस तरह भी आपने हसान mention किया कि like the projects and the practical assignments और फिर हमारे जो professional development होती हैं, like do you really believe कि अगर हम course की learning के अलावा if we go on towards something like that's more practical and it helps you out in the future, like did that seem like a positive influence on like your careers later on? आपको लगता है कि that will help you out क्योंकि I just want to say कि like अगर आप वैसे तो आप normally you can do a course, आप online जाएं, you can like learn it and go through like all the sessions and videos. But with IEC, since we focus so much more on like our projects and capstones and like your assignments and like your professional development, so did you feel like it was something like it helped you out in your future? Hassan, if you can start off.
Yeah, I think it definitely helped out, and it was an additional thing with the course because I don't think many boot camps they offer such type of development. Uh,
Hmm.
and I think shaping up my professional avatar overall that I would really dedicate to IEC. And right now, I am basically doing my internship at a Canadian startup. So I think I would not say that it was all myself, but it was really the professional development journey that shaped me up for to
Hmm.
take such an initiative. So I think it was really helpful.
And what about you, Nayab?
I would say the assignments were really helpful. At the end of the cohort, I was able to do my own portfolio project. I was very proud of it, by the way. If assignments, we were not doing assignments, I would won't be able to do that. With the constant check of teaching assistant and instructor, we were able to do that, and that's really a good part. There should be
Hmm.
assignments, and professional development sessions were quite helpful for us to they even told how to communication skills and everything, LinkedIn presence, portfolio building, resume building.
So, thank you so much for sharing, and I'm very happy to hear that because as I see, हमारा मकसद ये है कि we just don't want कि हमारे students सिर्फ पढ़ें and like they're just done with the course. We really want कि एक complete package like they're able to like utilize those skills in a practical manner कि वो projects खुद बनाएं and they like develop their own professional like avatar as you mentioned कि आपने LinkedIn profile you were able to make it जब IC like guided you through that process कि आप एक LinkedIn profile बनाएं. So I'm happy to hear that it has like a positive influence on your career. Chahe maybe not right away, but in the future it can definitely help you like step by step and make it so much more better. Hassan, coming towards you, if you could kindly share like was there any specific challenge या फिर memorable experience of your learning journey with IC that you still remember?
Yeah, I think I can glance back at one or two events. I
Hmm.
think it was the portfolio projects that were going on, and as Nayab said, that all by ourselves we do the portfolio project. So I think there was a moment that I had to basically sit for all the night for like 2 to 3 back-to-back days. I had to work it out somehow and come up with my best possible solution. So I think that is something I would reflect back as an achievement because there are times that you feel like you're lagging behind, but then you stand up, and I think the kind of environment that you guys are providing that really motivates an individual to be the best version of himself or herself.
That's very wonderful to hear. And you just mentioned कि आप एक Canadian company के साथ startup कर रहे हैं. What exactly is your position? If you can kindly elaborate on that.
Yeah, I initially joined that as a AI software developer intern, and right now my role has changed from a AI engineer to a backend developer, considering my learning background that was kept in mind. So initially as a AI engineer and now as a backend developer, so that's my role in the company.
Hmm. So, do you think कि आपने जो IC के साथ course किया, it has definitely like so far helped you in your professional career?
Yeah, I think it really do helps me, and it
Hmm.
still helps me whenever I take up my decisions for future. So
So
yeah.
that's really good to hear. And So looking back, अगर मैं आपसे कहूँ कि like how was your overall experience with IC personally, professionally, how it helped you, or मतलब what exactly was your journey like? अगर आपसे थोड़ा सा like in couple of lines if you can sum it up.
Okay, so I'm a guy who's basically sitting at my home doing all of this. So I think when you're sitting at your home in isolation, you need some kind of virtual environment or virtual friends or some colleagues to look up to, and some kind of personalities to follow. So that was the thing mainly which really inspired me. Firstly, and secondly, the IEC journey, it kept a check on us, be it the academic advisors or the whole IEC team, the professional development team. The check that is, I think, very necessary in whatsoever field you are, because
Hmm.
if you are being checked constantly, so you are on the right path. So that's really an impressive thing for me.
That's very wonderful to hear. It had a positive impact on you, and like the constant check of the TAs and advisors really worked in your favor. Nayab, what about you? If you could kindly describe your overall experience with IEC.
Overall, IC has a great impact on me. I feel like personally, I'm more confident on tackling new problems and taking new challenges. And professionally, it was transformative for me. Overall, if I sum it up, IC has made me a more adaptable, skilled, and versatile professional.
That's very wonderful to hear. And since you guys were part of like cohort 8, and now we just onboarded like cohort 10 के students हमने finalize किया, and then we'll be moving towards like cohort 11, and this is like an ongoing process. So if anyone to like come across this video and they like अगर वो join करना चाहते हैं IC को, so what exactly advice that you would give them, and like something to keep in mind, okay, how to handle and manage that everything that IEC does. Hassan, you can go first.
Okay. Okay, so I think जो भी लोग नए ज्वाइन करना चाह रहे हैं, so I would really encourage them to join this, and just follow my journey on LinkedIn. You can see, so you can make a decision firstly, and secondly, I think for a reason that you should make a background check of the programs that you are going to select. You should be clear in your head that whatever program you want to choose, uh, and just get to it, and make a set a benchmark in your head that yes, I want to be the topper of this course, or I want to have this technical skills owned after I've been done with IEC. So just setting up that clear goal in your head would really smooth your journey.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Nayab.
I would just say if you are getting an opportunity, if you are thinking to joining as ISC, just take this opportunity wholeheartedly. The journey might have its challenging at the start, but the growth
Hmm.
and skills that you will learn will be worth every effort. Just go into it.
Yes, so I think it's more about be prepared of like do your own background check as Hassan mentioned कि आप courses के बारे में and everything. And I believe it can be quite intimidating for a lot of students. It's like not just learning the courses I mentioned before. It's like the professional development, the projects and the assignments, and it can be like a lot for a lot of our students. So if you definitely hold out till the end, do you think that it's worth it? Agar if you go through like this entire journey and it's absolutely worth putting in all the effort till the end? If you can just say yes or no.
Yes, it was totally worth it. I would just say the whole journey was totally worth it. It worth every
Hmm.
effort, every night we waked up and do the assignments. It was worth it.
Hmm. Uh, and what about you, Hassan?
Yeah, I think though there are two kind of people who are accomplishers and those who give up. I think those who will be remembered, only those who will be remembered will be the
Hmm.
people who don't give up. Even if you are in the midway and you feel like you are drowning, and still you feel like that you don't want to give up. I think that's the spirit. That's what I gained during this IC, and I think I would suggest that to all of the attendees and the future and newcomers as well, that just be in there and don't give up. That's the key.
Am I audible?
Yes, now you
Okay,
are.
so okay, thank you so much. So sorry there was a glitch. So I just want to say, okay, we are pretty much doing the wrapping up section. If there's anything else that you want to add in addition to let our audience know about your journey, about IEC, or any thoughts that you have, any advice that you want to give.
Yeah, I
I
think.
would just say take the opportunity, dive into it, and you will. It will be worth every effort. You will get what you wanted.
Hmm. That's good to hear. Is there anything else that you want to add, Hassan?
Yeah, there's just a शेर from लामा इकबाल that तूरा न बर्द शौक है मंजिल न कर कबूल साहिल तुझे अता हो साहिल न कर कबूल. I think anyone can decode that if they want to. So that's the message.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for joining and for sharing your journey as well. And I just want to say best of luck for your future endeavors, any opportunities that you have coming. I hope that all of your goals and wishes and dreams come true. And once again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Namra. It was an honor and
Thank you so
it was a privilege indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. It was an opportunity, great opportunity.
It's no